Hello and welcome to Loquitur Gaming. I'm Zach, and today I'm going to finally be continuing on with my Earthborne Rangers campaign. I have had a long break from playing games due to working during tax season and renovating the house. Things are finally calmed down where I can play games again. I want to get through this because I'm expecting to get my expansions in the mail, hopefully soon. So I got to get through this campaign on the channel here so I can get that one on the channel as soon as it arrives. So, we're not going to beat around the bush. We're going to get right into it. Last time, we got the Philosopher's Honey, and we got the Watcher in the Brush mission, and the Secret Invasion mission. We'll look at all that stuff in a second. We're going to go through game setup, because it's been a while. We have the team cam, as always, over here, with our little minis. So let's go through setup. So set up the player areas. The only thing I was going to just highlight here in the player area setup thing is, well, I did get 4 of these because I have the doubler deck. My Undaunted Seeker cannot use the Philosopher's Honey because it requires 2 spirit. As you can see, it requires 2 spirit. It does have a heart, an exploration icon, and what is that, conflict? I can never remember the names of these. I think it's conflict. Yeah. It has exhaust, use 1 dollop, choose a ranger. That ranger soothes fatigue equal to the number of focus in their energy pool. So we're going to put it into Chandara's deck. We're going to take out a Meticulous and an Attention Translator. Meticulous basically just because of the better icons on the Philosopher's Honey. And then we'll still maintain a heart. We're losing whatever the triangles is. I can never remember the names. But gaining exploration, and I think that's conflict. You know what? Is it on the back of the rule book? You know, maybe I should talk like I know what I'm talking about. Okay, the triangles is reason, yes, and the koi fish is conflict. So we're going to put these 2 into Chandara's deck. These 2 will go into the displaced cards area of her deck later. So now we have to shuffle. What else did I want to mention? I don't think there's a whole lot more to mention as far as the Rangers go. The decks are coming along nicely. We are on day 8. Today will be a perfect day for the weather, which is great. I'll tell you what my plan is. So you got to be at non-pivotal locations to try to find the Reclaimer Seekers. So we are at Kobo's Market, and we traveled via Lakeshore. There's a couple other non-pivotal locations close to Kobo's Market, so I think we will just travel around there until we are able to do that mission. Okay, that's Chandara's deck. I mean, I know I could do this shuffling off camera. I like to do it all on camera, just because I'm actually playing the game, right? This is a live recording, not a live stream. I wish my internet would be constantly stable enough to do more live streaming. But this is what it's like. And maybe I think I probably overshuffle, but I like to get the randomization. Let's get it randomized real good, because I probably was going through this and looking at it, and I might have grouped some cards together while I was looking at if I wanted to change the decks out at all. Okay, so player area, I got my tokens. That's set up the player area. Draw our starting hands. So we're going to draw 6 cards. 3, 4, 5, 6. And we can come down in here to Chandara's area. Now we're looking for our animal friends mostly. Artel's Vaulting Rod is good. We don't need 2 of them. And we got a Picoto. Trail Mix is good. Artel's Vaulting Rod already takes up 3 spots. Cordo's Insurance Pathic for a card. Well, Cordo's Instinct would be really good to just find the Reclaimer Seeker If it's in the deck, you don't necessarily, it's not necessarily going to just automatically be in the deck. Sure, I'll keep a Cordo's Instinct, and I'm going to send these 3 to the bottom. Not the bottom. They will be reshuffled in after I draw 3 new cards. There, there, and there. Artel's Vaulting Rod is just, it's so good. And it's like, and it's so early in the game you can get it. I don't know why I would not ever try to get it right at the beginning. It's right there, you know, you give Artel a biscuit. Have a biscuit. I'll take you across the lake. No problem. In exchange for this amazing vaulting rod. I don't remember if I've ever fished with it. Maybe I have. Okay, what do we get? Okay. Oh, we got an Oru. So we got Oru and Pakoda. We got a good setup here. And we got some Dolewood canoes. I opted not to put these out because we're not close to any rivers right now. But that's a lot of exploration icons if we need to move quickly. Okay, I think we've got a pretty good hand here. Let's go over here to Chase's deck. I shuffled this, right? We'll just one more time and cut. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I did shuffle it. That's because I was talking about grouping cards together. We definitely want our... Oh, this is a pretty good hand. Like, I don't think I'm going to get rid of anything. We've got a Gauss Blade, Cordo's Instinct, Field Journal, Sill Sketchbook, Pocketed Belt Pouch, and High Pimpot's Secret Recipe. I'm keeping that. I am keeping that. Okay. We've drawn our opening hands. Good to go. Elect a lead ranger. I'm almost positive that Chandara was lead ranger last time, so we're going to go with Chase on our right-hand side this time. Shuffle the challenge deck. This is easy. What's next? Set up the starting location. Okay, so the starting location is Kobo's Market. We already have that out. Set up the weather card. I have a perfect day here with 3 clouds on it. Okay, we're going to call that challenge deck. Shuffled. Let's take a look at the... So much green. Kobo's Market. You can haggle. Return a gear card from your hand to your collection. Choose a starting gear from your collection that you meet the aspect requirement for and add it to your hand. This alteration to your deck is permanent. I don't think I'm going to be going for that right now. I think I'm just going to be going towards getting the mission done. And we're going to be doing this setup a little later. The next feature and put it into play. Okay. Weather cards. Set up the mission cards. So we've got Arcology, Archaeology. We've got 2 bubbles on this checked off. Solaro Mako has asked you to keep an eye out for remnants of an old arcology for him. After a ruin is cleared, we're going to go to that. And like I said, we've got 2 bubbles marked off for that. Maybe we'll find the arcology sinkhole in the valley set, since we're going to be wandering around looking at non-pivotal locations is the word in my head I was looking for to say out loud. So this one, Watcher in the Brush. You felt a lurking presence following you since your discovery of the strange biomeld corpses. It generally stays out of sight, so you're going to have to confront it to figure out what it wants. Path Deck Assembly. Add the mysterious Verdescent to the Path Deck. And then what you can't read because it's green on the green screen card thingy over there. Clear the mysterious Verdescent with progress. Let's peek at the mysterious Verdescent. Kind of ugly flower and bug-like. 1 presence, we would read entry 90. 5R, so we need 10 progress to clear it. Then it's going to do things on a mountain or a crest. So anytime we assemble the path deck, that is going in there. Okay, for a secret invasion mission, I have printed over top of the old card, I have printed the errata. So there's a little piece of paper with the errata version of this card. At any non-pivotal location, search the general set for 5 Reclaimer Seekers and shuffle them into the Valley set before adding those cards to the path deck. While at a non-pivotal location, this mission gains the following test. I can search to scout a number of path cards equal to twice my effort. Put each Reclaimer card you look at into play. And then the green text there is clear a Reclaimer Seeker, and we would read an entry. I have the Valley set over here. This is the errata Quizzy Voss card. The original Quizzy Voss card I have in here. So what I do is if she comes out of the path deck, I'll replace her with the errata card. I don't want the errata card shuffled in here because it's just printed on paper and it doesn't have the same weight and feel as the rest of the cards. So I think I'm just going to shuffle these into this Valley set now, because I don't think there's a reason not to do that. So we're trying to get one of those Seekers into the path deck, find it, so we can advance the secret invasion mission. And also see what this mysterious Verdesian is all about. Okay, so that's the Valley set shuffled and mixed together. Build and shuffle the path deck. Okay, so we arrived via Lakeshore. So I have the Lakeshore set out here. We need to put the mysterious Verdesian in here. And we need to select 3 cards out of the Valley set. And that one, oops, that's fine. That one fell, we're doing those 3. There, there, and there. Be good to us, Valley set. Have it in there so we can advance our mission. We don't have anything to read. We do have something to read tomorrow on our day tracker here. Let me mark off that we are doing day 8 right now. And then the next thing is resolve arrival setup. Kobo's market is 16. Spirit Speaker null? No. Kobo's market is flooded? No. Given Rin Kobo's Messapian heritage, it is not surprising that he set up his market next to a clear spring-fed lake. You see the market, bathed in sunlight, bursting with wares from both inside and outside the valley. You hear the joyful chatter of bartering customers and merchants as you approach. Okay. Search the path for the next feature and put it into play. Okay, we get to search, so we might get a little bit of information about what's in here because we're searching for the next feature, so we're going to flip cards until we find a feature. Lutrinol. Okay, we found a tributary stream. We didn't really learn much, but then we got to shuffle everything again. This is an obstacle. We have to clear it by getting our ranger tokens on there. I like the focus one, although I'm not a heavy focus party here. The focus one is nice because it allows you to add progress to the location. The spirit one is also nice if it's not the very beginning of the game, but it is right now the very beginning of the game. And I say that because it soothes fatigue, and right now I have no fatigue to soothe. Finishing touches, there are none. So then I think we just start playing the game. Okay, disclaimer again, I'm probably going to forget some stuff and forget some rules. I can always ask Chub Frog on Discord if something comes up. If you do see something that I screwed up, put in the comments down below, please, because it helps me learn, and it helps anybody who's watching this later also learn. Okay, so round structure. Path cards. Each ranger draws a path card. Our lead ranger is Chase, so he's going to draw. What do you know? Another tributary stream. Oh, let's flip this over. Yeah, what do we need to get out of here? We need 4R, so we need 8 progress to get out of here. Getting out of here is not necessarily our goal at the moment. Okay, that was Chase's card, and Chandara's card is a Romping Lutrinol, which has ambush. It's going to ambush her for 1. Well, hello, tributary stream. Okay, so we're going to do a ton of setup. Do I want Oru or Pakodo? Pakodo needs progress. So I could do Cordo's Instinct to just get the mysterious Verdesian out. Search the path deck for a card and place it on the top or bottom of the deck. That would let me be able to look through the path deck. Well, I'm going to play Oru for 2. And these are all extra things. Can't forget to add Oru to our team. Welcome to the team, buddy. Okay, that's our turn. Just might as well just get the pocketed belt pouch out. These are gonna be fast setup turns. Artel's vaulting rod out. Oh, we need some charges on these things. 2 here, 3 here. That's everything that needs charges? I think so. Should I? Let's see. 2 progress to it. 2 out of 5. There's no real bad challenge effects out yet. Well, what else should we set up? Let's see. I have Cordo's Instinct on both sides. I have the Gauze Blade. I don't think I've ever, I shouldn't say that. I can't remember ever like using a blade on an animal to get it out of there. Well, we'll use a focus for a field journal. Comes with 0. But I can add to it with keeping focus in my pool. Okay, that's Chase's turn. Chandara's turn. Well, do I really want to blow a Dolewood Canoe on the tributary stream? Maybe, because I'm really not, I don't think I need to be moving around super fast. That's not really my goal today, I don't think. let's just do it. So focus and Dolewood Canoe. We're doing a test on tributary stream. Oh, you know what? I didn't get tokens out. I use my miniatures for more important things, like looking cool on over there instead of marking. And I don't want to. So they just had the live stream, or not live stream. They just did a podcast, and they were talking about things that people ask questions about a lot. And one of them was understanding that where your ranger token is might not necessarily be where your ranger is at. It's more like where your ranger is focused at. So it's like, yeah, my rangers are still over here in their little party, but we're trying to put Chandara's focus onto one of these tributary streams, not necessarily going there. So we're sitting at 3, going against a 2, looking at blue. It's +1. Unfortunately, that's not going to add any progress. So that's used. This is discarded. And we get to add a progress. Oh, wait. If this test added progress, add 1 additional progress. This test does add progress. It adds 1 progress to the location. Oh. Thank you, Mountain. I was talking bad about you for a second. Okay. That was Chandara's turn. Now back to Chase's turn. I don't have any flora out. I'm going to spend 1 on a gauze blade. Yeah. I'm just trying to get the board a little more clear before I start bringing stuff out, more stuff from the path deck out, like with Cordo's Instinct and things. Is that true? Is that true? Could I move a being 1 fit plus hearts to potentially soothe that fatigue? So I'm going to use Oru to move the Lutrinol up here, add 2 progress to it. So that's not my turn. The test I'm going to do is the fitness test on Oru to pet the dog. Can I pet that dog? I'm just going to commit 1. It's against a difficulty of 1. Okay, it's a 0. So it fires off. Ready this being and soothe 1 fatigue. So I ready Oru and then I soothe my fatigue. It's Riri. What do you know? Mountain. There are other active romping Lutrinols exist. There's not. And another active romping Lutrinol. Okay, that is Chandara's turn. Now Chase. Oh wait, this should have 4 slices on it. 4 fibers, sorry. And we're going to attempt to hit the romping Lutrinol. There's nothing in our way, so we have to use a fiber. The difficulty is the presence, it's 1. So we're committing 1. Do I use Cordo's Instinct? from both of our hands? Or do I make sure this goes off? Because right now it's 1 to 1. And I would be doing harm equal to the effort. I want to make sure that the Romping Luchador is gone. Yeah, I'm going to commit the card. This is probably a mistake. So we're sitting at an effort of 2, and we're looking at red. Okay, I'm sorry, an effort of 3. -1 is 2. Harms it for 2, which means the Luchador goes away. We don't have to exhaust, right? No. That's done. This was spent. There's no crests. Okay, we got 2 -1 fitnesses out of the way. We're flying through our hands. Okay, now back to Chandara. I think the best thing to do is to bring out Riri for 2 awareness over there. And then here we will spend an awareness to play the sketchbook. Because of our belt pouch, we're still sitting only at 4 total equipment slots taken up. Okay. Now back over here. At the end of this player's turn, oh, my computer. Okay, still going? Yes. At the end of this player's turn, we will exhaust to spend an energy to add a token to an aid card. Vaulting Rod is an aid card. But then Chandara is going to rest. Nothing special with resting because she's not hurt or anything. Oh, we got to get Riri onto our team. Welcome to the team, Riri. Back over here to Chase. I think I'm going to go for it. I will spend a spirit plus the heart off of High Pimpot's secret recipe. To do this spirit test. I get a +1, so that's 1, 2, 3 against a difficulty of 2. Looking at yellow is 0. There's going to be no sun effects. So Chase's token would go here. Both of the tokens are there. That obstacle is gone. Spent and done. I have no cards in my hand. Okay. I think I'm going to also rest over here. I have 1 focus left. So I get to add an entry to the field journal. I like this better than getting a card, I believe, because I can use this to try to work against this obstacle. If I even care. Maybe I shouldn't have cared. Because I can always like exhaust it when I'm ready to work on this thing. Maybe I don't care about this one. I don't know. We'll see. If there's something that cares about water features, maybe it's good that it's gone. Okay, turn over. We're not traveling. Refresh. So ready all cards. Ready this. Get our tokens back. Cards are all readied. And then draw a ranger card. So here we draw Dolewood Canoe, which is good for exploring. And here we draw Homeward Bound. Move all progress from a being to a feature. That's nice. since Oru can add stuff to a being. Then, top of the round, we draw path cards. Lead Ranger's path card is the Carnivorous Naiad. Yeah. Feature Predator Flora Water. And I got rid of... Well, High Pimpot would only have added 1 harm to this. Add harm to this feature equal to your fit aspect and remove your ranger token from this feature. That thing's kind of a bummer. Lutrinol Holt. So this thing is going to bring out Lutrinols. Add 1 lure to this feature. You may discard 1 token from an equipped food to commit 1 effort. Shuffle a Romping Lutrinol into the path deck for each lure on this feature. So you can lure them back into their home. So the Carnivorous Naiad, oh, this is up here also. The ranger with the most fatigue must discard 1 awareness or move their ranger token to this feature. With Syl's Sketchbook, I can choose a path card to add X sketch. I can exhaust a path card with X presence, and it's 2. So I'd have to exhaust both of my tokens on there to exhaust that thing, which makes me sad. So what do I want to do here? I haven't seen any Valley cards yet, so it's possible the Reclaimer Seeker is still in there. Should I get the Mysterious Verdescent out? Well, I think the first thing I'm going to do is play Pakodo. Over here for 2 Spirit. The team has been assembled. None of the, unfortunately, the Carnivorous Naiad is a predator, but it's not a being. However, the, what's it called? The Mysterious Verdescent is a being. And Riri also cannot harm that feature. Do I want to do any exhaust abilities? I might as well. So let's exhaust Oru. To put 2 progress on Pakodo and move Pakodo over here. I think that's it. We're not playing our Dolwood Canoe. The question is, do I want to sketch? I don't think I really care about the tributary stream right now. I think I'm going to try to get rid of this Lutrinol Holt because it's also blocking us from getting up here eventually. Okay, it is a feature, so I will spend, or do I care more about the Naiad right now? I think I care more about the Naiad right now. Okay, so that's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6 effort against the Naiad. Because this will help against features, and the Naiad is a feature. Because I am doing a traverse. on it. So we're looking at 6 in the red, +1. Oh wait, I forgot to take this down when we rested. Okay, so this is pretty good. We had 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7. And the mountain, because of the perfect day, is going to make this 8. We only need 1 more. And the naiad is gone. Exhaust this feature. Search the path deck and discard for a romping Lutrinol and put it into play. Well, we get to look in the path deck. Because it doesn't say next. Calypso, we know the Brindescent is there. Silbalai and Quizzy-Voss. So no Reclaimer Seeker. We're going to get ambushed by the Lutrinol. I might just Gauze Blade it. Oh, I can't. I spent all my fitness. Well, we could try to do the Verdesian, the mysterious Verdesian before we leave. Okay, that's that thing. These are all spent. Now the question is, can I, let's see, move all progress. Oh, yeah, I'm not even going to risk it. So we're going to spend our 2 fitness to play Homeward Bound to move the progress from Pekoto onto the naiad so that then the naiad is gone. Because that moves progress from a being to a feature. So we lost our progress on Pekoto. Not lost, but we used it wisely. The naiad is a pain. Back over to here. That Lutrinol. We could sketch it. I could exhaust it first. Just so that it doesn't do any weird stuff. Why not? We're going to try to sketch it, so let's use a sketch. This is an exhaust ability to exhaust a path card. That's fine. Now the thing we're going to do is we're going to do a 1-to-1 test, because I don't see anything bad if I fail. Sketch X to choose a path card and add X sketch X is equal to that card's presence. Yes. Difficulty is 1. I'm committing 1 because I'm going to try to do this a couple of times to get a bunch of sketches on this thing, I think. So 1v1, -1, we lose. Doesn't add any progress. Now we're sad. Back over to here. The question is, do I do Cordo's Instinct to get the Mysterious Verdesian out? Because I have used... Maybe I wait another turn. Let's do some sketching. I'm going to try to sketch the Holt. I'm going to spend 2. So it's 2v2. You got to be kidding me. I didn't think there could possibly be another -1. I use my exhaust ability with the focus to add to this aid card. We're going to try to sketch the Lutrinol again, 1-to-1, +1, and now we have to shuffle so we get our sketch back. We netted nothing there because of the 2 fails, so that wasn't great. But we still don't have anything negative out, so I am going to try to do some connecting. With Pakodo, I believe. So we will go back to Chandara's turn. 1-to-1 difficulty, looking at yellow. Okay, we add a progress. And 1-to-1 here, looking at yellow. We fail. Nothing is active. Chandara will rest. Chase will rest. We have 2 focus left, so we're going to get 2 entries into the field journal. And we will refresh with our stuff. Everything's this is, let's come back. Get a card. Artel's vaulting rod is good. Quiet is excellent. Quiet is excellent. Oh, we got to get our tokens back. We're gonna have like the actual full team now. Okay, path cards. Lead Ranger gets Calypsa. And Tidewater Muckets. Oh crap, what was that, a 4? I think so. Tidewater Muckets. There's an exhausted predator, ready it. There's an active predator exhausted, add harm to this being. We can soothe fatigue on Tidewater Muckets. Okay. Calypsa is 85. Enters play. You come across Calypso in the middle of a field as she is teaching something to Cal Ivor. She waves you over. I've just been discussing some lessons with Cal, she says. Care to sit in? We've already got this done, I think. An interloper, understanding the mulcher, saved one. Because we have the Ranger badge. I'm pretty sure we got it from her. So I don't think we need to really focus on Calypso. We just need to protect her from predators. All right. Two harm. Well, okay, so we're going to spend our 2 fit, and we're going to start with Chandara. We will play quiet. And add quiet to the team. Then we're going to use Quiet's exhaustibility to get rid of the Lutrinols here. Quiet's going to take a harm back from the Lutrinols because we do not have a whistle. We're going to use Oru to bring Pakodo back over and give Pakodo 2. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to use... No, you know what? We're not going to do that. I want to gang up on the mysterious Verdesian, I think. Okay. Chandara took a turn. Now Chase's turn. We cannot put Artel's vaulting rod out, which I don't think we want to anyway. I think we're going to use the vaulting rod to exhaust the tributary stream, and we are going to exhaust our card. We're going to try to put some more progress on the location. So we're going to spend 3. We're using our card to dodge the Holt. We're going to use 3. The field journal does not help us. Because it is a location and not a feature. And we'll use the vaulting rod's exploration icon, so we're sitting at 4 against a 1. -1 is 3, but we got a mountain. Oh, I got to take this down to 1. Okay, so 4 -1 is 3. So that takes it to 5, with the mountain takes it to 6 out of 8. I was kind of hoping to finish that, but that was probably too lofty of a goal. I do have a fatigue over here. Okay, back over to here. I think we're going to spend our 2 awareness to play Cordo's Instinct to search for the mysterious Verdesian. Is a being and flora, and we have to read entry 90. Not a whole lot of cards left in the path deck. We didn't get anything bad from the valley, but we also did not get a Reclaimer Seeker. Okay. Enters play. The trail leads over a small rise, and you find yourself looking down into a clearing. In the center, maybe 50 meters away, you can see a Reclaimer. Strangely, it's standing perfectly still. Then you see something moving alongside it. What you thought was a large flowering weed appears to be some sort of being. As you watch, it runs an appendage lightly along the Reclaimer's back, and you see small white flowers sprout from its spine. You take a single step, and even that slight movement causes the being's head to turn in your direction. You're going to have to approach it very cautiously if you don't want to scare it off. Okay. We need 10 progress. So we're going to Oru the Verdesian, exhaust ability, just get it loaded with 2. Then we're going to Pakodo to add 2 more. That's 4. It has presence of 1. What did I spend my fitness on? Oh, playing quiet. Yeah. So now we're back over here. If there's another active flora, exhaust it. If there's an active prey, exhaust it. Okay, so the triggers on the mysterious Verdesian don't look scary at the moment. So I think we will try to connect with it. With 1. No, I dodged. That's right. Yeah, I guess we're looking at 1 here. -2. So that doesn't happen. Okay. And there's the crest says if there's an active prey. This prey is not active, so we're fine. Everything's fine. I do not want Quizzy to come out. Who was the other one? Was it? Oh, it was Syl, right? We already have Syl's sketchbook. And we're about to lose this side of Perfect Day also when we rest. Let's go back over here. We're just going to do the same thing. We're going to connect with the Verdesian with a 3. And I cannot add to it. Cannot add to it. So we're looking at yellow. We're starting with 3. Okay, 0. So that's going to take us to 7 out of 10, which is good. That's good. Now back to here. Let's do some remembering. We're looking at 2. We need some cards. 2, 0. Where were you a second ago, Mountain? I needed you. So we get to look at the top 2. Get to Scout 2, Artel's Vaulting Rod, and Quiet. I don't want either of these cards right now. They're really good cards, but I need to use my fitness for other stuff. So these are going to the bottom, and I'm going to draw blind. I get to draw 1 card. So we'll see what we get. The right tool. Choose a ranger. That ranger may discard one of their equipped gear to search their ranger deck for a gear and equip it without paying its energy cost. Okay, is there something I want more than my gauze blade? Or do I just sketch? Well, Chase already took his turn. Now, oh wait, at the end of Chase's turn, we will use this exhaust ability to spend this to add to an aid card. But then Chandara is just going to rest because we're out of energy. Back over to here. We're just going to try to sketch. Let's try to sketch Calypsa. It's the same effort as the hold. So we're looking at green is 0. There's an active prey. If there's another active flora, there was not, right? Feature. Okay, yeah. I was just looking back at this mountain. Oh, when this mountain came out, I should have done this. I should have exhausted this and searched for Lutrinol. Ambush. Oh man, I was going way too fast. Calypsa. Oh wait, Calypsa is amazing to have with the Mysterious Verdesian. Calypsa's Mountain is add 1 progress to a path card. Well, guess what? Now we're at 8. That was when that mountain came out. Oh, yeah, so this changes some things. So we're doing the sketch, right? We were sketching Calypsa. 2 versus 2, and the green is a 0. So we're successful. We do the sketch. Now, crest. Crest effects. If there's an active predator. So all these are in the same zone, so we get to do these in the order we want, right? If there's another active Vaunting Lupinol, no, there's not. So that one's not even going to fire off. If there's active prey, exhaust it. Add harm to this being equal to that prey's presence. So that would be 1 harm on there. If there's an active predator, well, the Lutrinol is both predator and prey. Exhaust it. Add harm to this being equal to that predator's presence. So do I want harm on the Verdesian or harm on Calypsa? I think we're about to clear the Verdesian next turn, so let's... Oh wait, both of these are going to fire off. Unless I do it this way. If I do it this way and put it on Calypso, if there's an active predator, there is, exhaust it. Add harm to this being equal to that predator's presence as a 1. If there's an active prey, now there's no longer active prey. If I did it the other way, they both would fire off, right? Exhaust it. Oh no, that's not true. If there's an active prey, exhaust it. So now it's no longer active. Okay, that's fine. We're about to clear it, so I don't want Calypso to be harmed. That shouldn't have been that hard. That mountain test was on this side, right? Now I can't remember. Oh well, I'll probably beat it more than 2. So, okay. Yeah, I don't remember, so we'll just move on. Everybody's resting. So now we have to unexhaust everything. Get our tokens back. Token, 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 unexhaust. We get to draw a card. Functional replica. Choose a ranger's equipped gear. Resolve the chosen gear's effect as if you had used a token from it and or exhausted it. Yeah, functional replica is pretty good. I had no focus left, right? What did I spend my focus on? I don't remember. Oops, these should unexhaust. We'll draw a card. Another Oru, which we're just going to use for the heart. This is going to flip over to Midday Sun. So now we're going to suffer some fatigue as we add clouds slowly. Is that everything? I think so. Now we draw path cards. Lead Ranger first. Fresh blue kelpweed. So this is a pretty benign card, except it could help this Lutrinol move up to here. And now Chandara's card is a Lutrinol is going to ambush for 1. Now that we have multiple Lutrinols out, things get a little more dicey. Things get a little more dicey. So, how do we want to start? I think we start by just using we'll use Pakodo to add 2 more progress here, taking us to the 10 that we need. So we go to entry 90, which we are still on. Entry 90. Clear with progress. You stay far enough away not to alert the being and decide to follow it as it leaves the reclaimer and disappears into the underbrush. As you follow, you notice strange plants along the trail. The tiny twisting vines don't appear to be native to the valley, but look similar to plants you heard of in the Verdesa. Perhaps that's where this being is from, but in any case, perhaps you can follow the trail left by these vines. Complete the Watcher in the Brush mission. Okay, we will cross it off. Gain the Trail of Vines mission. That was the worst 8 I've ever made in my life on the day. Trail of Vines. Return the mysterious Verdesian to the general set. Okay, Watcher in the Brush and the Verdesian. General. General set. Here we go. General set. And missions. Watcher in the brush. Helping hand. Journey. Helping hand. Into the nest. Invasion. Search. Lure. Trail of vines. Uh-oh. This one has effects on it. You might be able to track the mysterious Verdesian through its effects on local flora. When a flora comes into play, place one vine token on it. When a card with vine tokens on it is cleared, move those tokens here. And we need 2 R or more vine tokens on this card. And then suns will move vine tokens around. Mountains will add more vine tokens, and crests will suffer fatigue equal to the number of vine tokens within reach. That's not nice. I don't know if there's any more flora that could come out. There might be more kelpweed in there, actually, now that I think about it. That was just exhaustibility so far. We're going to continue on with exhaustibilities. So quiet is going to take care of this Lutrinol here. Take another harm. Say goodbye to that one. Okay, still on exhaustibilities. We might as well use Oru. Let's get Pakodo over here and add 2 more progress to Pakodo. I don't see why we don't just have re-dive down onto these Lutrinols, still on exhaustibilities here. Let's do this to exhaust that obstacle. And now I think we're finally going to do something. Okay, 2, add 1 cloud to this card and soothe 1 fatigue. I really like the idea of that, but that's my focus. Add 1 harm to this being and soothe 2 fatigue. You've only got 1 fatigue currently. I'm thinking about just traveling because we don't have any Reclaimer Seekers in there, and I don't really want Quizzy to come out. All right, I will dodge this card, and we're gonna traverse the location. So we're looking at red 3 to 0. It's going to put 3 on here. So now we have met the threshold. Those are gone. Start by doing this with that to add to this. I don't want to play any of those cards. Is it harmful for me to do tests? If there's another Romping Luchinault, no. If there's an active predator. If there's an active predator other than exhausted and harm. I mean, it's not. Oh, the only thing is this stupid mountain. I could get another Romping Luchinault. I think I'm just going to rest. Well, no. No, I don't want to do tests. Yeah, I'm not going to risk doing tests. There is another Luchinol in that deck. And if the mountain comes up, I'd have to get it out of the discard anyways. Okay, so we're going to play Replica. 3 uses, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're at our 5 equipment limit. We're resting, and we're traveling. Resting and traveling. So let's just, because it's been a while, go through the travel steps. Clear the play area. Discard all path cards in play and all ranger cards within reach. Okay, so we got to get rid of this Luchinol, this tributary stream, Calypsa, Tidewater Muckets. Our obstacle was exhausted, so we're fine with traveling. These are all Lakeshore. Yeah, there was another flora. The kelpweed. Where are we traveling to, I guess, is a good question. Those are going to have to get shuffled into there. The Mysterious Verdescine is gone already. We haven't done the refresh step yet. Okay. Travel to a new location. Let's get the map out. So we're here at Kobo's Market. Where is there going to be flora? It would be Lakeshore again, and there's only the kelpweed is flora. The carnivorous naiad is also flora. Does any of these remove tokens? No, they just get moved to another. Okay, so there's 3 flora, and we need 4 because we need 2 R vine tokens. Or do I go through the grasslands on the way to Boulder Field? Because then I could go, I didn't put it up far enough, go through the grasslands to Boulder Field, which is also non-pivotal, and then through the forest to Ancestors Grove if I need to, which is also, I think, going to have some flora in it because it's forest. I don't want to go back to Spire. So that's pivotal. Lakeshore to the Plummet, then through the ravine. I don't think there's a whole lot of flora in the ravine. I'm going to look. Ravine. I honestly do not remember. Hazard obstacle. There's 1, 2. There's only 2 and a ton of obstacles. Yeah, I think we'll stick around the top. As much as I want to go down south and see some new stuff. So we'll go through grasslands to Boulder Field. So we'll put Lakeshore away. There's supposed to be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Lakeshore. Grasslands. Whispering Fields is flora. 1, 2, 3. There's also just 3. So we're hoping to get some mountains to add a vine token, or we just travel again and get more vines somewhere else. Okay, we need to get 3. Before I do that, let's look at oh, those are pivotal locations. I was like, why does that say locations? But my finger was covering the word pivotal because those were not location cards. Lone Tree Station, Spire, Branch, Fractured Wall, Boulder Field. Is that where I said we were going? Yes, Boulder Field. Boulder Field. I think this one's pretty friendly, isn't it? Reduce the presence of all beings in play by 1. Why would we ever leave here? Draw 1 challenge card and do the following based on the challenge. So there's nothing to add or change about the path deck setup here based on its setup instructions. All right, you, and you. These are our 3 Valley set cards. I would also like to finish Arcology Archaeology sometime before this game is over. Okay, path deck done. Travel instructions. Decide to camp. We are not camping. Build the path deck. Arrival setup. Read the campaign entry. Missions to arrive at. Finish. On the back of the location card. When do we resolving the arrival setup header? Okay, yeah. So we're going to read 14, and then we got to do the stuff on the back anyways. Long ago, a great mountain once stood here, but as the millenniums passed, it steadily split and crumbled. At the edges of the boulder field, the ground is littered with round rocks the size of apples. As you head deeper in, however, the boulders grow larger until you find yourself weaving between what you imagine to be the bones of the lost mountain, pillars of rock that reach toward the sky. Okay. Lead Ranger. Draw 1 challenge card and do the following based on the challenge icon. It is a sun. The sun says, scout 2 path cards, then draw 1 path card. Okay, so we're scouting the Hungry Scoff or the Harvester Anthill. The Harvester Anthill is an obstacle where X is equal to the number of harm on this feature. If there's 1 or more progress on this feature, discard 1 progress. Or the Scoff. When you interact with this being, you may discard 1 token from an equipped food to commit 1 effort. I don't want to draw blind, so I think I'll put the Scoff on the bottom. What I really want is Flora and or a Reclaimer Seeker. Reduce the presence of all beings by 1. That's right, that Scoff would have only had, whatever. Decision made. Now we do the refresh step. Finally. That's my hand. Draw a card. Mother of Invention. Choose an attachment in a ranger's discard. That ranger may immediately draw that attachment as if it were in their hand. Do I have any attachments? Ranger Badge would be an attachment in discard, but I don't have that. Intention Translator. Connect tests. Are those good right now? Maybe. Just maybe. Okay. Refresh. Add a cloud. Cloud added. Did I forget to suffer fatigue earlier? I probably did. I'm just going to go with it. Okay. Start of the round. Drawing path cards. Morning Root is a flora. When a flora comes into play, place a vine token on it. We're going to run out of white dice. And naturally, I only have red dice next to me. I can change these to red because obviously my equipment is not being harmed, right? Okay, anyways, path card over here is the Hungry Scoff. Quiet is pretty injured. Pretty injured. There's another active predator. I don't really have anything to... And I moved the quiet over here down to the bottom. Maybe that was not smart. I think we'll just try to get rid of the Scoff normally without... Oh, we have a Gauze Blade as well. Okay, I think I'll start over here. Do I care about the anthill? If there's an active Hungry Scoff, exhaust it. Add progress to it and harm to this feature. Both equal to the... That's hilarious. The Scoff would eat... You would move progress because the Scoff is eating the anthill. Using my fit on this feature is also a good idea to get that vine token, though. When a card with vine tokens on it is cleared, just has to be cleared. We could, but that's also using fit. Maybe I should leave it out for a little bit to see if I can get a mountain to add a vine to it. Let's deal with the Scoff. So we're going to commit 3, whatever these are called, fit tokens, and we're doing this test. So that's 3 versus 2 in the red. Plus 1 is 4. That's enough for the Scoff to be defeated, because it adds harm. I already took that down. The Sun, suffer 1 fatigue. Is that everybody? Yeah, I think that's everybody. Is that everybody? Wow. I can't remember this. I gotta look this up. I can't remember. I'll be right back. Yeah, it's active ranger, right? So, yeah. If there's 1 or more progress on this feature, there's not. So progress gets moved to harm. And no Sun there. Okay, Hungry Scoff out of the way. I think I'll bring the Intention Translator out with 3 on it. I might as well exhaust this thing just so that it doesn't do weird stuff and gets out of the way. Oh, I forgot. That Scoff's presence was only 1 because of the boulder field. What do I want to do? Well, I played a card, so let's go over here. Do I want to get cards? I can't really do anything to that morning route to add progress because I'm out of fitness. Cordo's Instinct has been played. I think I'll use Riri's ability to scout the path deck. Well, there's also this. Scouting number of path cards equal to twice your effort. Put each reclaimer you look at into play. I'll do this one. The Secret Invasion. So we're looking at 2 effort. I don't have any exploration icons to add. Okay, so 2, and I'm not automatically drawing path cards. This is just scout number of path cards equal to twice your effort. Okay, just looking at green, starting at 2. Another stupid sun. I'm just gonna get that out of the way. Fatigues me, but I get to scout 4 cards. Any reclaimers that I find have to come into play though. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I didn't find any. These are all pretty relaxed type of cards. They'll just be getting in the way. I think I'll put the Flora on top. Move 1 vine token Flora to another. There's no other one out yet. I think I'll move an Artilope and this anthill to the bottom. And leave these 2 for the ones to draw. I do that again just to see if there's more reclaimers, or just to look. Man, should I just move all of them down and do it again? I want that Flora on top. No, it's fine. I'm just gonna do that again. So 2 on green, +1 is 3. I get to look at 6 cards. And the mountain. Yes, add 1 vine. Well, let me finish doing the test first. So I get to look at 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whispering Fields is going to the bottom. Velox is going to the bottom. There's a Reclaimer Seeker, has to come into play. Ambush 2. Artilope, Morning Root. Okay, those 2 are going to the bottom. Okay, I want these benign things to come out while we're dealing with this. Oh. Add 1 mucus token to the location. If there are 3 or more, discard them. Search the general set for a Reclaimer Polyp. Because this is coming out into our area. So mountain, add 1 vine token. Good. Add a mucus token. That's our last. I'm going to use red for the mucus token here. Okay. Is there anything I want to do? Oh, the Reclaimer Seeker has ambush. That sucks. I'll use Picoto, start with some progress here. We'll add to an aid card here with Pakoto. So I just have to clear a Reclaimer Seeker. It doesn't necessarily have to be with progress. I wonder if it's different based on how you do it. We'll try with progress. I've got lots of I got lots of tools to use. So instead of trying to harm it, because I could harm it out. I could use quiet to get 3 and Riri to get the 4th one, but I'm not going to do that. And I think ambush is it's not just when it comes out, I think it's every time it moves, which makes Oru's thing a little bit of a bummer. When a card with the ambush keyword enters play within reach or moves within reach. Yep. Any other exhaust abilities? I'm not going to do that yet. Probably need my fitness. Okay, I think we're good. That was this test over here. Now what are we going to do here? We are going to try to connect with the Reclaimer Seeker because it is a being. We're going to commit 1 yellow. Both of these hearts, that's 3, and an intention translator use. When you do a connect test, commit 1 effort. So we're sitting at 4 versus 2. Looking at yellow is a 0. Another sun on this side, are you kidding me? Oh, and it's going to move the predator. It's going to ambush us anyways. All right, we were at 4, so that's going to take this to 6. Okay, so test resolved. Let's discard our cards. Move 1. Fine. There's not another Flora. So fatigue us. This became active because we were interacting with it. Move this predator. Ambush. 1, 2. Thank you very much. And shuffle. We didn't have to write anything down, did we? No. Okay, that was Chase's turn. I should have exhausted it first. Is it possible for me to fail? Getting a crest would be very bad. So I am going to exhaust it. I don't want its challenge effects to trigger. Yep, I should have thought of that. So the sun is not great. I think I'm going to deal with this first. So 2 fitness. This feature, suffer 1 fatigue, and then choose a ranger. That ranger soothes. I should be doing this instead of trying to traverse it. That's what I'm going to do. 2 against 0, looking at red. +1. Should have traversed it. This is going to shuffle. Stupid son. Okay, so we got to go through the steps. Add a harm. Suffer a fatigue. Choose a ranger. That ranger soothes 3 fatigue. Chase is going to soothe 1, 2, 3 fatigue. And he gets... Adaptable multi-tool is good. Sketchbook is good. And a quiet is also good. Okay. Suns. It's going to fatigue me. No more suns. Oh wait, move 1 vine token from a floor. There is no other vine tokens. So we'll probably just try to do that again next turn to clear it to get the vine tokens off of that morning route. We'll have another morning route out. Okay, challenge deck. Done. That was Chandar's turn. Now Chase's turn. Do I want the adaptable multi-tool? Or do I want charges in my field journal? I think I want the multi-tool. So I'm going to discard Gauze Blade to bring the multi-tool out. Just like that. And now we will do this. 3 spirit, 1 heart from the Oru card in our hand. So we're looking at 4 on yellow. -1 is 3, another sun. So, but 3 gets us to the 9 that we need for this Reclaimer Seeker. Clear Reclaimer Seeker, 1.10. 1.10. Check off 1 bubble next to Secret Invasion on the campaign tracker. Oh man, we gotta do this a bunch of times. I think this is the only one at this location though. You observe the Reclaimer as it slinks away. Everything about the biomeld seems designed to be lethal. Why would the ancestors create such a being? What purpose in the ecology could it serve? Perhaps if you find more of them, the answer will be made clear. All right. Could there possibly be another one? Have I looked through the whole deck? I have not. There could possibly be another one. We are out of stuff to do though. Did I already suffer the fatigue? I don't think so. That's why you got to go in order. I don't think I did. Whatever. Might end my day early. 1 card earlier. Not the end of the world. End of the turn. Everybody's resting, refreshing. Draw a card. Another Riri. Draw a card. Field journal. Just using it for icons basically at this point. This gets refreshed. This gets a cloud. And we flip when there are 3. Okay. So we know we're getting a morning root and an artilope. Being prey mammal. Morning root. Gets a vine token on it. What was the other flora? Oh, the Whispering Fields. Man. I gotta get my tokens back. I would really love to add progress to the location so that I can just get out of here when the stupid Whispering Fields comes out. I'm just gonna exhaust this so I don't have to worry about it. I could try to dig for a mountain. Let's do stuff to dig for a mountain. We're gonna sketch the Artilope 1-to-1. Wait, it has a presence of 0. So sketching is a bad idea. Can I sketch Oru? I will sketch Oru. So I gotta, it's 2 versus 2. Crest. Each ranger suffers fatigue equal to number of vine tokens. Oh no! Crest is bad. Crest is very bad. Well, we did it. That's not the sketchbook. This is the sketchbook. Okay, so the test is over. 3 fatigue. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to lose those vine tokens if we fatigue out. Okay, so I'm just going to do this. 2. So it's 2-0. Looking at red. Each ranger. Man, this is bad. Okay, let's finish the test first. We add a harm, suffer a fatigue. Oh wait, we're gonna get rid of this one though. So this clears. These vine tokens move to here. So this card is gone. Okay. That's good. Wait, I gotta finish the test first. There, we're gonna get Soothe 3 fatigue. Canoe, Cordo's Instinct. Pocketed build pouch. Whispering Fields is kind of a pain. But then Crest. So now there's only 1 vine token. Man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards left. Not good. So the question is, do I just try to go for progress on the... There's 1 or more harm on this being exhausted. No, there's not. What can I do? What is it that I want to search for? I don't think there's anything I want to search for. Well, I do kind of want to set up the cards to be not bad cards. I could just try to get the Whispering Fields out, try to get through that, and that would just be my day, trying to finish this Trail of Vines. And we've done one thing on Secret Invasion. Because I could put search the path deck for a card, place it top or bottom of the deck. I've only got the Dulwood Canoe with 2. If I got a -1, I would be upset. Now, there's been 2 -1s in a row. We're gonna go for it. We're going to try to traverse this feature. It's 3 versus 0, looking at red. Oh! Should have done one more test. One more test! So 3 progress. Clears this. I didn't need to use all my fitness. I could have done one of my field journal. That was not smart. Okay, this trail token goes up to here. Add one. There's no more flora. Okay. This should only be a 3. I forgot. The presence of my beings over here are reduced. So I only would have gotten 1. We're going to spend 2 awareness doing this again. Scout a number of path cards. So we're looking at green. It's 3. There's another sun. Let's leave it out here. We're going to do things in order. So that's another 6 cards that I get to look at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the deck. The Fundamentalist, the Tenebrae. I put the Whispering Fields on the bottom, didn't I? Bottom, bottom, way to the bottom. I guess I want to try to get the Whispering Fields to come out. So I just put all of these on the bottom. Yeah. Suffer a fatigue. All right. I don't think there's a whole lot else that I really want to do. I'll do this and this to add to an aid card. Well, no, I'll do this. We'll do this to move Bakodo, and then we'll use Bakodo to put 2, and I can add to an aid card. Then I think I'm just resting over here with 2 focus left to get into that. Or should I just do a connect? I could have just played Cordo's Instinct and got the Whispering Fields out. I'm going to plan on doing that. So I'm going to change up what I did. I'm just going to put these Artilopes on the top. Or that was a Fundamentalist. Not that guy. Okay, 2 Artilopes on top. So that's what I draw. And then I'll go digging for the Whispering Fields. That's what I'm going to do next turn. So we're rested over here. We're going to do a connect just to make sure. So 3 plus 1 is 4. Looking at yellow. Minus 1 is 3. Another sun. Takes this one to 5. So that guy's gone. We have to fatigue. Rather than that. Okay. Everybody's done. We refresh stuff. Refresh Oru, refresh. I already did that when I rested. We'll get these. Draw a card. Healing Touch is good. The Orlan Hiking Staff has a conflict icon. Okay, so we draw here. And we draw. How did I screw that up? Well, okay, whatever. The Fundamentalist. Can't believe I managed to screw that up. Bull of the Sun. No. If you are on invasion, either stage. Oh, that's clear. Sorry. So that's interesting. You see a man quietly picking plums from a small, fragrant-smelling tree. You've heard of the so-called fundamentalist, and you watch with interest as he carefully lifts and inspects each plum in turn. Occasionally, one comes off the tree, and he tucks it into a rucksack. When you see him notice you, you call out and ask what he's doing. He frowns at you. What does it look like? Taking plums. Only the ones that are just about ready to fall off the tree, obviously. What are you doing? Clear him to ask him about his way of life. Now I got a new mission. Before I get to the Whispering Fields, I want to see what that's all about with him, because I'm on Secret Invasion. Where did you draw cards? And we're gonna be cheeky about this. Oh wait, I gotta get my tokens. 3, 2, 2, 1. Those are already there. I don't have any injuries, so I don't have to like take. Oh wait, this goes to 3 and this flips. Thank you. Perfect day. I do not even want to deal with this, so that's being exhausted. And then Riri is going to exhaust to add a harm to the Fundamentalist. We're playing a little bit too hard, sorry. Then Pakodo. They don't have to be in the same area, right? No. Then Pakodo will add 2 progress, and we will add to an aid card. Oops, this was a 2. Yeah, we'll do this one. Then Oru will move the Fundamentalist and add 2. Then we're going to spend 1 spirit to play Healing Touch to remove a harm and add 3 progress. That takes us to 7. We have cleared the Fundamentalist. If you're on an invasion, either stage, go to 86.3. You tell Tycor about the reclaimers and how they are surging into the valley. Tycor listens intently. Then you ask the question on your mind: are the reclaimers a natural part of the environment, or should be left alone, or a human creation that should be removed? Tycor strokes his grizzled chin and stares into space for a while. That's a good question, he says finally. On the one hand, these reclaimers of yours are clearly biomelds, created by our ancestors for God knows what reason. You can argue that removing them is no different than disassembling one of your villages so that everyone can live a hunter-gatherer lifestyle. In fact, you could even argue that removing them is just cleaning up our ancestors' mess. But, he continues, raising a finger, humans have been a part of the ecosystem for hundreds of thousands of years. This whole ecosystem, he gestures to the valley and the world beyond with wild sweeps of his hands, is created by humans. First, we changed it with our actions thousands of years ago. Then we changed it again with the generational projects trying to change the first change. He laughs for a moment, then grows serious. Perhaps the only thing we can do is to resolve to step back from this point forward and stop meddling. That's what I'd suggest, at any rate. Stop meddling, because it always leads to more meddling. But then you hear his voice quiver just a tiny bit. But I suppose that's a cold comfort to all the people who those reclaimers might hurt. That it's natural. Tycor suddenly stands and begins to pack his bags without another word. In a minute, he's ready to leave with his rucksack. Unless you ask him to stay, he's clearly going to head out. Have him stay and continue helping you. Discard all progress from Fundamentalist and move him or say goodbye. Continuing helping us, what does he do? This being has one or more harm. Remove one harm from this being. If there's an active predator, exhaust it. Reduce the presence of all other beings in the same area as the Fundamentalist by one. No, I want him to... So he just gave us information. I want him to help us soothe 2 fatigue. So we will soothe 2 fatigue here. Ranger badge and the whistle. And 2 here. Favorite gear and high pim pop. Oh, high pim pop secret recipe adds harm to a flora. Add X to each being, then each ranger soothes X fatigue. Yes. Thank you, Tycor. That was interesting. Healing Touch was played. That was Chandara's turn. Now we're going to go to Chase's turn. We are going to play Cordo's Instinct to search the path deck for a card and place it on the top or bottom of the deck. Oh, we don't get to draw it. Maybe I should do Riri's ability instead. Yeah, I'm going to do Riri's ability instead. The Artlope would be in the way, but I'm going to dodge it. So we'll spend Pocketed Belt, Pouch, and Favorite Gear to make this a 4 effort. Looking at green, -2, so it becomes 2. So we get to scout 2 cards. Harvester, Anthill, and Bloodbeck and Velox. Whispering Fields has to be the next card. So these 2 are going to the bottom. Then we draw. Okay, Whispering Fields. Oh, this has to be harmed. Uh-oh. When you would draw a path card, instead attach it face down to this feature. Darn it, I don't have a way to harm Flora other than High Pimpot's Secret, which only would add 1. When you would draw a path card, when this feature enters play, draw a path card. X is equal to twice the number of face down cards attached to this feature. Choose choose a number of attached face-down cards at random equal to your effort and look at them. Choose one to put into play. Put a random attached face-down card to play. When you would draw attached face-down to this feature. So that blew my plan. Now we got to get out of here as fast as possible. X is equal to twice the number of face-down cards. So that has a presence of 2. So we're going to use our sketchbook to exhaust it. Yep. Well, suns, hang on. Put a random attached face down card. So before I can get to that, I got to do the sun effect of my card. Put a random attached face down card into play. It has the ambush keyword, suffer 1 injury instead of the fatigue. It's an artilope. If there's an active card with 2 or more presents, there's not, because now this is 0. I can't do the first part, so I don't draw a path card. Wait, if there's an active card, Bakoto's not active. Okay, there's not. Okay, so now maybe I don't care about Whispering Fields because its presence is oh wait, and all beings are reduced by 1, so this is only 1. These are zeros. I didn't really need to dodge them earlier then. There's no ambush keyword, so I'm not suffering an injury. I think we're good. I think everything is fine. That was here. So this has a presence of 0. It's not an obstacle. The obstacle is exhausted. We're just going to try to traverse and get out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think we need to commit any more cards. I got to shuffle. I need to get 1 more flora out before this day is over. Because I'm going to lose those tokens on the Trail of Vines and have to start all over. So I don't want that. Okay, we're looking at red because we're traversing the location. It is a 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mountain makes it 6 because of perfect day. Turn over to here. Traversing 1, 2, 3. Spend 1 energy to gain 1 type of any energy. I will do my multi-tool. Yep, I'll do my multi-tool to convert this into a red. So we're looking at 4. These both have a presence of 0 because of Boulder Field. We're looking at red, -1. That takes us to 9. Okay, good. I'll spend this over here. We will add to this. And I'll spend these 2 to add my Ranger badge. Maybe I want the icons, so I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I think we're just going to go, because this is exhausted. This sun didn't do anything. There's no face down cards. There's no active card with 2 or more presence, so I'm not worried about those suns. There's no vine tokens for that sun. We're just going to go. We're done here. We're traveling. So we have to separate this stuff. Would have done that earlier if I would have remembered or paid attention to the Whispering Fields needing harm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is 12 grassland cards. Okay, these are Valley set cards in there. Clear this stuff away. And we are going to, from Boulder Fields, we're going to go to Ancestors Grove via Forest. Ancestors Grove via Forest. Locations. I could go to White Sky. Via Lake, no, also via Forest. No, sticking with the non-pivotal. See what happens. Ancestors Grove. There it is. Or woods, I guess it's called woods. Just no caustic mulcher. I don't want to see you. Boulder Field. At least the sun is gone. We're at a perfect day again with the weather. Okay, you, and you are our winners from the Valley set. So we need those like sunberry brambles, is that what they're called? We just need some flora. Give us some flora. All I want to do is finish that trail of vines, so we'll worry about Reclaimer Seekers again tomorrow. Now I know that I can harm them also. That didn't seem to be that bad of a thing. 15. A recent calm suffices? I'm too tired to understand that word. As you step into the Ancestors Grove, each of these trees, from the smallest sapling to the towering giants at the grove center, has been planted over the final resting place of a loved one. You move with care through the grove. You see several people, some keeping to themselves, some speaking softly, some bearing gifts, all here to commune with those who have passed. You pause and give thought to your ancestors. Search the path deck for the next card with a presence of 3 and discard it. Lead Ranger, search the path deck for the next prey and put it into play. Okay. Oh, please be the Caustic Mulcher. 1, 1. Oh, this 1, 1, 1. Quizzy-Voss and Oru-Voss. 1. Caustic Mulcher, discard it. Yes. Do I shuffle then? I think I shuffle. Would I shuffle? Search the path deck for them. I'm not going to shuffle yet. We're going to execute all of these and then shuffle. 23. I don't know if each search is its own independent thing. I'm going to pick find every card matching right, find and choose one. Then return all unchosen cards to where you got them and shuffle. Yeah, I think each one is supposed to be independent. That's how I'm going to play it. We got the stupid Caustic Mulcher out of there, which is nice. He's not going to be bothering people at the Ancestors' Grove. Us especially. Lead Ranger. Next, Prey. Quizzy, Oru, Sunberry Bramble. Arcology Sinkhole, yes. Predator. Prey. Sitka Doe. Lead Ranger first. Okay, so obviously we have no Reclaimer Seekers in here because we saw Oru Voss, Quizzy Voss, and the Arcology Sinkhole. Okay, next Prey, Predator, Flora, Flora, Prey. Okay, that was a lot of setup. Refresh step. Get our stuff back. Draw a card. Following footsteps and trail markers is good. Refresh. Refresh. We did not get 2 for this. This has to go down. Start the next round. Lead Ranger gets Prowling Wolfhound. There's another Predator in play. This Predator comes into play exhausted. There's not. And then Quizzy. Quizzy is fatiguing. That's when we refresh, I think. When you rest, this card is ready and equipped. If this card is ready and equipped, you suffer fatigue equal to its presence. Okay. We need Flora. And this Arcology Sinkhole would be nice as well. Can we get rid of the Wolfhound? I don't want that thing to trigger. So we will use Oru to move the Wolfhound over here. Riri will harm it for 1. Quiet will harm it for 3. That gets rid of that. These are all exhaust abilities. Unfortunately, that takes out Quiet. The Wolfhound is done. Gotta get my stuff. Okay. I think I'm gonna use, we'll start over here with Jandara. We're gonna do this survey, or no. We'll do it over here. Dodging. I didn't ready this. I didn't ready this either. We will dodge the card that's in the way to get over there. So we have 4. Looking at green. +1 is 5. Okay. So we get to scout 5 cards, and then we're going to draw 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Orivos. Overgrown thicket is flora. There's a lot of flora here. I'm sending the rest of these to the bottom. Putting that thicket on top. Then we draw a path card. That comes out. With a vine token on it. Crest. There are no vine tokens within reach, so we're not going to suffer fatigue. If there's an active predator, no. If there's an active Sitka duck, Sitka duck. Suffer an injury. Marvelous. We were active, we interacted over here. I think this is going to fire off. I could be wrong, but now we have an injury, so that's going to limit our time. Yep, and then we have to shuffle. I think just to be safe, we're going to I didn't read Quizzy Boss's thing, that's fine. I'm not super interested in trying to clear her today for anything. Yeah, I think let's just try to get rid of the buck. Because it's in my way, or do I just exhaust it? Let's just exhaust it. Take that down to 2. Exhaust this to exhaust that. Now we will traverse 4, and we will use a field journal interacting with a feature. So we're sitting at an effort of 5. Looking at red, that's 0. So the thicket is going to clear, which gives us our 4th vine token. The thicket goes away. We read 111. We have to remember to do this still. Discard all vine tokens off the Trail of Vines card and check off if I bubble next to Trail of Vines. Oh, this is another long-term one. If Spirit Speaker Null is in play, no. Read the trail leads deep into the wilderness, far away from the habitation of the valley. Soon it starts to parallel a set of reclaimer tracks. Interesting. Why is the Verdesian following the reclaimers? Okay. So we discard that. I think staying in the forest is a good idea because the overgrown thicket is flora. Those sunberry brambles are flora. Those are here, right? Yeah, I think so. Mountain. We don't have a mountain there. And add 1 vine token. There's no more flora. Nothing here. So that was Chandara's turn. Now over here to Chase's turn. What do I want to do? What I really want to do is get that arcology sinkhole out. So I just need to do something simple. Let's connect Or should I play a card? I don't want to use my fitness because I want to be able to traverse the sinkhole. Let's just try to connect with the doe. Now let's connect with the buck. The buck is more dangerous. Yeah, connect with the buck. So we're looking at yellow. We fail. Plant, insect, or gear. Well, okay, so the reason I did that was to choose a card from your ranger discard, place it on top. I failed, so I don't get anything on there. Place a card from your ranger discard, place it on top of your fatigue stack. Sure, walk with me. And I was interacting over here. Discard either one progress or one token from a plant, insect, or gear. We will discard from here. Then if there's one or more Sitka buck in play, it doesn't say it has to be active, move it within reach. So we moved it over there. That's all that stuff. Now we're going to do the test on Riri. So we're looking at green. -1 is 1, so we get to scout 1 card. That's not great. Sunberry Bramble. I just want to try to find the sinkhole. So that's going to go down, and then we're going to draw a card, Sunberry Bramble. So it's going to come in with a vine token. So now crests are not great. Okay, suns. Choose a card from your discard. Put it on top of your fatigue stack. That's fine. And discard 1 from a token, plant, insect, or gear. Let's just get rid of that because we're not going to have enough time to finish that. Well, I don't have any other way to search the path deck. So, and I don't think I necessarily want to travel either away from here. So I might as well just rest. I don't have anything to heal. Because I don't have any awareness to sketch anything. Quizzy Voss is going to fatigue me. I mean, I might as well play quiet for 2. Connect with the buck. Okay, I got rid of the vine, so the crest is not that bad. So 3. It's not active. I could just use quiet to take it out. There is not an active predator. That's done. We're just going to rest over here. That I know that happens during the reef. No, that's when you rest. I am injured, so I have to fatigue 1 when I rest. I will just use quiet. Before I rest, I'll use quiet. Just get rid of this thing, just so that it's gone. Quiet's going to take 1 harm back, like that. I could have used Picoto. That's what I'll do. I'll have Picoto do it instead. This, I will use this to take that up. Okay, round over. Refresh everything. Take this down. Draw a card. A dear friend. We're not looking for a human though. And favorite gear. 3 cards left. Path cards. Sitka Buck. Not great because of the dough. Sitka Buck. Quizzy Voss fatigues me. I really want that. What's it called? Sinkhole. Okay, Quiet is going to just take out this buck and take a damage. Good job, Quiet. Do I have? I don't have the right icons. I do here though. High Pimp Hot. We're going to do Riri's test at 4, looking at green. -1 is 3. I did it again. I should have exhausted stuff. 1, 2, 3. Arcology, Sinkhole, Ruvas, and Thicket is fine. There's no Vine tokens. There is an active Sitka Doe because I'm stupid. Suffer an injury. There is no active Predator. Oh wait, I'm supposed to draw a card from Riri's test. After a ruin is cleared. Okay, so we're going to sketch, we're going to use a sketch to exhaust the buck. The bramble's in the way, but whatever. We're going to use 2 and 1 off of our field journal interacting with a feature. So we're sitting at 3 on a red test. +1 is 4. We have to take a fatigue from the bramble. Wrong place. That goes there. Sun. Choose a card from your Ranger discard. Yeah, whatever. Discard either 1 progress from gear. It's fine. And shuffle. There are no Vine tokens for that Sun there. These should have refreshed. We're almost done with the day. 1 more action and I think we're just going to call it an end of the day. We're not going to camp. Back over to here. We've got 3, 4, 5. And we're going to dodge the doe. Looking at here at a red test. +1. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 10. Way more than enough. Okay, so we cleared this. Now, after a ruin is cleared, go to 1.49. We have to remember to do all these sun things. 1.49. Check off the bubble. This is our 3rd Arcology bubble. What happened to my pencil? Found it. Based on the evidence you found, you determined the Estians were not just skilled architects and builders, but brilliant scientists as well. Many of the structures on the surface seem to be research stations and observation posts. You keep noticing references to the Verdessa in regards to some major project. Whatever the Estians were up to, it seems to involve the Verdessa. This is worth bringing to Solaro, so you'd better find him again. So then on the card it says, after this mission has 3 check marks, find Solaro Mako to continue. Okay. And I think I'm just going to call it there. Oh, the Suns. That's not really going to do anything. There's not an active Sitka Buck. Discard a thing. Yeah. So I'm just going to call it there. We've only got, we're going to basically end our day on 1 more turn because we have to take fatigue 2. We have to draw 1. Then we'd be at the end of this deck. We'd have 1 more draw and it would be over after that. Or 1 more fatigue and it would be over. And this is going to flip. Yeah. Okay. That was day 8. We got a bubble on Secret Evasion, we got a bubble on Trail of Vines, and we finished Arcology Archaeology. I think it was a pretty good day. Okay, like I say at all the ends of these videos, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoy everything I put up on the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.